Calvin, look out! A Bookworm Birdie Gets Glasses by Jennifer Berne, illustrated by Keith Bendis. Calvin curled up in his favorite corner of the library to read about dragons. Oops, that says wagons, not dragons. He wondered, why is this book so blurry? Calvin decided to get another book, one he could see better. Here's one about a yellow dinosaur. Wait, that's not a dinosaur, it's a chicken. Calvin turned to put the book back and tripped right over a chair. What's wrong with this library? Maybe it's your eyes, Calvin dear, said Mrs. Readalot, the librarian. Perhaps you're far-sighted. How many feathers am I holding up? Calvin focused very hard. 4, 6, 8? Uh-oh, this calls for some research. Let's see. Far-sightedness. Trouble seeing near objects. Blurry vision. It says hyperopia. Hyperopia? I have a horrible, rare disease. Oh, wait. It says it's common and simply remedied. Calvin read that it's hereditary and wondered if that's why his Uncle Ralph used to walk into trees all the time. It says, I need eyeglasses. Thanks, Mrs. Readalot. So off went Calvin to Treeville to get himself some glasses. Let's see, a left and a right and, oh, here's the place. Dr. Seewell, optometrist. After a little testing, fitting, and adjusting, Calvin was on his way home wearing his beautiful new pair of spectacles, as he preferred to call them. He was so proud he flew right over to show the flock. Calvin, what's that on your face? Aubrey giggled. Hey, everybody, look at Calvin. He's got bug eyes, Clement snickered. Jeepers creepers, Calvin's got new peepers, said Franklin as he started to guffaw. Calvin's startled cousins laughed so hard they were falling off their branches. Calvin felt terrible. Oh, he sighed. How your chirps of mockery lay heavy on my heart. Clement said, Sorry, Calvin, but you just look so geeky. And that's got them laughing all over again. Then Calvin remembered that Benjamin Franklin wore glasses, and Gandhi, and John Lennon. So he walked away, deciding he was in excellent company. That's when Calvin realized he could see things he never saw before. Small things, interesting things. Wow, I never knew moss was so beautiful. So he took his plant guidebook into the woods and went for a nature walk, deeper and deeper into the woods. Calvin was concentrating so closely on the little things, he didn't notice that big rock balancing on those damp, mossy branches. All of a sudden, Calvin tripped. His foot slipped. The branches snapped. The rock tumbled. And there he landed, wedged between the rock and a whole tangle of twigs. Horrors! I'm stuck! What a perilous situation. I never should have ventured so far into the woods alone. I've got to stay calm and think. But staying calm wasn't so easy, and a big tear rolled down his cheek. I'm too young to die. Was my whole life for naught? Through his tears, Calvin noticed the sun glinting off his eyeglasses. That reminded him of the story he read about Archimedes, the great Greek inventor. Calvin remembered how Archimedes used mirrors to reflect sunlight and set the attacking Roman ships on fire. Well, reasoned Calvin, if his mirrors could reflect enough light to start a fire, I bet my spectacles could reflect enough light to send a signal. So Calvin lifted his glasses and began to wiggle them back and forth, catching the sun's light just right. Flash, 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 over and over again. Back at home, Aubrey looked up and saw flickers of light coming from the woods. "What's that?" she wondered. Clement looked up. "It looks like some kind of signal." Mr. Wingstead, their flight instructor, looked up too and realized it was a signal for help. 3 short flashes, 3 long flashes, 3 short flashes. He explained, "That spells SOS in Morse code. Someone's in trouble." Off they all flew into the woods, guided by Calvin's flashes of light. When the flock saw Calvin's terrible situation, they became extremely worried. "Oh no, Calvin's trapped. What do we do? We're so little, and that rock's so big. Look at all those sticks. We'll never get him out of there." But Calvin had been stuck for a while, so he had done quite a lot of thinking. "Get some vines, long ones, tie them around the rock. Now get more and weave them around the sticks. Now all of you pull really hard." They did exactly as Calvin instructed. The whole flock pulled and tugged some more, until, with the biggest tug of all, the rock went rolling away. The sticks broke loose. Calvin was free! That evening, the whole flock gathered on the treetop as Calvin retold very dramatically the story of his perilous adventure. "Tell us about the Morse code again. Tell us about Archimedes again. Wow, Calvin, that was so cool." "You made your glasses save your life, Calvin," said Aubrey. "I want glasses too," said Malcolm. "Me too," said a few dozen of his cousins. "We should all have glasses," the rest of the flock agreed, "so we can signal each other and be cool like Calvin." "But you don't all need glasses," reasoned Calvin. "Wait, I have an idea. Get ready for a trip tomorrow." The next morning, they all flew into Treeville for a visit with Dr. Seewell, who had a very busy day. It turned out that 854 of Calvin's cousins had hyperopia and did need glasses, and the other 66,578 starlings got sunglasses just in time to migrate. So, as Calvin's family flew north for the summer, they were the coolest flock in the whole wide sky, which made them all very happy and proud, especially Calvin.